talent from around the country coming up through the grades. So it's our high school competition here. This is day 1 of competition, which what we're likening to grading. Day 2 is when they get broken into their pools to see who's fighting for the championship, who's fighting for the plate and whatnot. And today, the match that we have is Ngā Taiatea Wharekura going up against Botany Down Girls College. It's a game on our hands today. My name is Kimo Holtham. Sitting next to me, I have a very good friend of mine. His name's Grant Robinson, New Zealand Touch representative, works for Touch New Zealand and just in all over tohunga o te kēmu, expert in the game. Grant, how's it going today, mate?
Yeah, good, Kimo. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, as always. No, it's awesome. I've managed to get around pretty much all the fields throughout the day, and it's just so good to see all of these teams here at this event. I know it was mentioned at our opening ceremony this morning that 7 months ago we didn't know if there was going to be any sort of sport, and when you look around the world globally, there's still a lot of challenges going on. So for us to have these kind of tournaments is just outstanding.
Yes, definitely. Let's look at our lineups. We've got Ngā Taiatea Wharekura, Prikiteroha Lewis in at number 1. We also have Anaya Rua at number 2, Tākiritea Tatohe number 8, who we already know is an avid touch player, and number 7. Who doesn't look like they'll be lining up today for Ngā Taiatea Wharekura, which is a huge loss for them, is she's probably one of their main players. That was Pico Phillips. Hoia North for Botany Downs College, we've got Lilius Edmonds. Now, a lot of these players across both teams, a lot of them are actually quite new to touch. Some have been playing for less than 6 months. So a good to see these kinds of players coming through, especially them getting some TV time. Hopefully that'll feed the want to play this sport a lot more, because we have an array of sports being represented today. We have a lot of Waikato touch players within the Ngā Taiatea Wharekura side, a lot of basketball players, a lot of netball, kiorahi, rugby league is a huge one. Tutaua is another one, which is a Māori form of weaponry training. That should help us if a fight breaks out. Well, it'll help them anyway. But lining up for these two sides, it'll be a huge game. I mean, it's our last game of the day. And within the women's grade, we're looking for fluidity. That's what I really love about the women's game of touch, is they're a lot more fluid. I honestly believe that here in New Zealand, if our men's teams had the same sort of structure that our women's teams had, we'd be unstoppable. I'm looking at you, Grant, and you're disagreeing with me on that one.
No, not disagreeing. Big call, but being a mixed player, I get to sit on the fence for many years. So I got the best of both worlds, really. Some amazing players on both fronts, and as you said, teams are here getting every opportunity, and for them to be on the live stream here is awesome for them, for their whānau, for their wider supporters to see this and enjoy this spectacle and just really put everything onto the stage, and to have, that's the great opportunity of this open entry for secondary schools, is that every school now has the opportunity to engage and be part of this awesome environment and event that we've got put on.
Touch and pass there, picked up by the referee. So early mistake by Ngā Taiatea, giving the ball back over to giving the early penalty, but they do manage to force the mistake with the touch and pass. You could see what Botany were trying to do. At first I thought they had latched on the wrong person, they had settled on the link, but then when they continued to go that way, I realised why. They forced numbers on that side, just not enough space to work with. Ngā Taiatea though on the front foot, going forward, some good yardies being put into place. Here they'll set for a scoop here. They have players offside, both players. Ref is not going to play offside though, she will continue to go.
Yeah, nice little setup there, good speed coming through to set that great platform for us early scoop, which, as we've seen, these teams just testing each other out, seeing what the defence looks like, and then the coaches and the players can adapt to that and hopefully start to open up those attacking opportunities. So nice start there.
Some good orange zone D being put up by this Ngā Taiatea side though. They're not letting this Botany side get too many yards out. They're setting for the last here. So Ngā Taiatea will be very happy with the way they defended that. They're about 15 metres outside of halfway. Perfect spot for them to be subbing on here. Get some fresh legs on. If they can put a bit of pressure on this Botany side, they'll be looking to score first. Some good yards up on the right side there.
Yeah, it looks like they've got a nice platform to set from their yards down one side, back into a 3-3, and then a scoop through by dummy half. Can't quite connect to the winger out there, but just shows exactly, the same platform they set up before. Sticking to the same things, getting nice and comfortable with that, and just didn't quite execute, but all signs are looking really good.
But it's there. That's the thing. They're finding the holes. They're finding the gaps on the scoop through. Like you said, it's just execution, and it's just going to come time. The more you play together, the better you're going to get. And again, a great defensive set in this orange zone by Ngā Taiatea. Botany struggling to get out of their half at the moment. And some huge 5 metres being caught up by these referees. And a nice solid touch has just forced the mistake, giving Ngā Taiatea a good set inside their attacking half.
Yeah, I really like that defence, as you said, in the orange zone. Just being really strong, really moving as a whole unit, and put the pressure onto Botany, which then created that turnover and gives them an opportunity straight back down on the attacking 7. And
there's Botany coming up with some good D as well. That's what you want to get. You want to put pressure on the attacking team to make last-minute decisions. You don't want to give them too much time with ball in hand, but there they have. The link came up too early, opened up the hole for the chopper from Ngā Taiatea. Just a beautifully worked play here. Gave the quickie. That sniper, as some of us call it, is when that link flies up. The sniper was just a bit late, which gave the opportunity to check it off to that link, chopping in on that hole. Beautiful work by Ngā Taiatea to push the lead out 1-0. As
Botany Downs looking to set up a reply here, coming down through right to the winger zone, stretching the field right across, splitting back in. Got plenty of room now, trying to bring out the Ngā Taiatea team as they're setting up just into a platform right across to the far link on the other side.
I like what Botany are doing here. They're stretching, and if you have a look on this left side, which you may not be able to see on that shot there is a lot of space on the left here. So Botany, as we can see, what they're doing is they're hitting those edges, just trying to bunch up these their defending line. Hopefully, with good use of the ball, they'll be able to spread it, because the holes are definitely open on the outside. But Ngā Taiatea, again, backing up a good defensive set with an even better attacking set, getting some real good yards in play. Here they are in the middle. They'll be setting up for the last here. We've got another scooper. All Botany players on side, but there's a huge hole in the middle. The long ball is on if she can get it. Doesn't need it. Checks it back on the inside to her middle, pushing that lead 2-0, going towards Ngā Taiatea.
Yeah, nice play again. Really working well off their 3-3 platform down on the goal line. Ngā Taiatea, and scoops through. Both defenders sort of both pulled out of the way, which created a huge gap for them, and managed to connect in with their link player there to dot down and go two tries to 0 ahead.
Yeah, some good pressure here. Obviously some good fly D, but that's what you need to do. If you've got teams flying, throw that extra ball. That'll put so much pressure defensively. Botany now going backwards though. Just a bit indecisive about what needs to happen. I like the setup here though. They're just moving the ball around. Good way to get their defensive line working. They got a hole. Would have been a nice trying to set up there, but Botany now, ball in hand. And I like the defensive pressure that Ngā Taiatea are putting on them. They can see that they're being isolated here, so they're just getting up as quick as they can. Good speed there. Was there a touch, mate? Yes, it is. Ref's not going to call a touch and pass, though. So it's just going to be a play of the ball. Take one up the mid. Most likely shift it towards their box now. Yes, and here they come. Get some good subbers on. Nice yardies going forward. And the good thing is their subbers, all they have to do is run forward. They don't need to run backwards to get the go forward going. So here they are again. Sitting in the middle. Backdoor plays coming. This is final here. Ball to ground, so Botany well defended. After the last couple of sets, they'll be very happy with the way they held Taiatea out there.
Yeah, that was really good. Definitely a little bit more confident in their communication. You could see the whole team working as a unit, which managed to shut down what Taiatea were trying to do there as they get a little bit of break away up to halfway. They'll be happy with that, get some subs on, and hope to get a little bit of fluidity towards the back end of this set. But as we see, great push up defensively, which puts a bit more pressure on Botany Downs. They're looking to scoop and go from there, stretch in the field. I do like the space they're using. It's really creating that. It's just keeping connected with their links and their wings are staying really wide, which is obviously what they're trying to stretch the field.
What I like there, though, is both teams adjusted. I mean, Botany, they saw that Taiatea had sent one flyer up, so they threw the extra ball. And then on the next set, Taiatea sent 2 flyers up just to go against the grain there. So great work. Both teams on their toes, top 2 inches working at the moment. Here we have Taiatea coming up the middle. They have another backdoor play. But Botany just D'ing up very well, not getting confused with who they have to defend against. Taiatea, the scoop down the middle was working early in the game. They've switched to that backdoor play. Might be good on the next one just to see if they can... Oh, strong touch there. What is the ref going to call?
Yep, handover was facing more towards the sideline than straight up and down. So great call from the ref. And subbers coming on from Botany Downs, but they managed to get their defensive line back in action. Although I only see 5 on the field right now for Botany Downs. 1, 2, 3, 4,
I think
5.
You're right there. It is only 5.
Only 5
Coach
on.
hasn't realised yet, though.
Perhaps they're just running some plays for day 2 and day 3 just to test.
They've got numbers on the left side. They haven't noticed. They've noticed now, though. They have a player coming on. Very lucky.
Excellent work by Botany Downs to hold out there and get their 6 back on the field, as we see. Good set of 6, but couldn't quite crack it again. I think one of my things I really look at is, like you said before, Kimo, why do we go away from... They've scored 2 good tries, 3-3 platforms, scooped through, and now they've started to run sweep plays. It was working for them. Just keep going at it again and again.
Yes, no, I agree. And almost had it in there. She was almost indecisive. She threw the dummy and she got her player, but still didn't want to go in for the dive. So unable to dot down there, but Botany showing some good yardies. Oh, Taiatea need to be careful here. I think they got players offside, but Botany have found a hole. They're going to be able to dot down. And there we go. First points of the ball on the board for Botany Downs.
That just looked like great eyes up vision, didn't it? The player popped up high defensively, got caught out. Great pass, and Botany Downs get in there, so they'll be wrapped with that.
Yeah, and just the spatial awareness by this number 9 for Botany Downs, Letitia Michner.
Yeah, it's just what we were talking about with their space on the field, wasn't it? Those links stay a little bit wider.
Yeah.
It is creating that space, which has worked well for Botany Downs. So.
And exactly, that wasn't just a lucky play. They've been moving this Taiatea defensive line so much that they're opening up those holes. They have another sweeper play, another back door. They're coming around. But again, Botany just man on very well. They will get done for offside here, though. Oh, no, I'm lying. I thought she was offside. Ref didn't think so, though. Yeah, they need to be careful. Get done for rolling here.
Oh, you're ahead of the game. That's why. You're looking into the future. Here's the penalty that we were looking for. And let's see as they draw Botany Downs out. Just holding out, making them come right forward. Splitting, little quickie play on the link. Room to move. Couldn't quite get back on side by the looks of it. Number 4 for Botany Downs. And nice little try. So that's another good little play from Taiatea.
Yes, that was Merefeki off that quickie. She just realised it was great work by her dummy half to get the ball up to her as quick as she could. Noticing that the link just wasn't quick enough to get back to the line, so able to dive down. Beautiful work by Taiatea. They now lead the game 3 points to 1, so 2 points ahead. Ngā Taiatea coaching staff be very happy with where they're at so far, but Botany Downs as well, doing very, very well. Just shifting the field. And again, Botany just changing up their style of play as well. They're now sticking to a middle. They need their dummy half to be in a better position though. So here they have a 32. They've got both players up. They're scooping through. Just going for the dive. Unable to convert into points though.
Nice play by Botany Downs. Good peel, 32 peel. We haven't seen that from them yet today. Draw and pass.
Oh!
Just misses, created something out of nothing, as they say, in that one. Just about went to hand for the winger in the corner. But nice little 32 peel before. Got the opportunity and a great dive by the Botany Downs player before.
I did not see that little bobble on the ground that happened there. It was quite prominent too. I'm surprised. Yeah. Neither did the referee, so lucky for Botany. Here we have Ngā Taiatea with a bit of a gap, but well defended by Botany. Ngā Taiatea able to make some key shifts here, some key subs. They don't want to be called passing the ball forward here, but they have another sweeper play. Instead, they scoop and go short side. They've got numbers on that left side. They don't need the numbers, though. She gets through. Botany's calling the touch, though. Must have gotten a bit of boot. Very well defended there by this Botany side. We have a look here on the replay. You had the super coming back door, which is what opened up this hole here. Yes.
Oh, great touch.
Great touch. This will probably be a better angle to see where the touch was actually made. Should be right on the foot there. Yep. So here we have Botany now. 10 metres away from their halfway. Good yardies. Bit static at the moment though. You want to just keep going forward. Very well done. The extra metres picked up as well. And the way they're shifting this Ngā Taiatea defence is very well, especially when they're flying like this. But Ngā Taiatea doing well. They're just almost pegging them into this corner and forcing them to throw those sorts of passes. They'll get the ball just before halfway.
Yeah, really nice defence. The Ngā Taiatea team, they're putting so much pressure on through that orange zone. It's making it very hard for Botany Downs to break through in that part. So something they'll be looking to reflect on in the second half.
Yeah.
To come through. But yeah, really great play defensively by Ngā Taiatea as they get a chance on the 7 metre line. Draw a penalty. Closing in towards the end of the first half here. So will they look at that a little quickie on the link again like last time? That bore some fruit for them here. Just drawing the defensive line out. Going straight in, a 3-3. Quickie play. Back inside. Nice little check play just to see the middle's got onside there.
Yeah, nice little sniper play there by Botany. I wasn't expecting it. And there we go. That's half-time. This will be the last play. The next touch will be the end of the half. And there we have some great pressure being put on by Botany. Their number 13, Tiana Herewini. Some good defensive pressure there towards the end. Keeping Ngā Taiatea out of the try line. So here we have Ngā Taiatea up 3 points to 1 early on in this first half. Both teams showing some very promising signs. I think Ngā Taiatea at the moment dominating the orange zone. But what Botany have going for them is the way they're stretching this Ngā Taiatea defensive line on attack. It's opening up holes, which is what I think gave them that shift in the first half to score their first try. But Ngā Taiatea at the moment, just a bit too strong in that midfield, not leaving Botany with enough in the tank to D up once they get to the line. And here we have that number 7, probably one of their key players, Dylan Pico Phillips. She's been very prominent in this first half. Nice little scoop here, scoops straight through the middle, finds her open player, turns that into their second try. And this here, this was probably 3 sets in the making, opening up this Ngā Taiatea defence, letting her through with a beautiful little chop in through this hole. And here we again, Pico Phillips with a good check off the link, realising that she was probably wasn't back quick enough, which opened up that hole for their third touchdown. If you were coaching staff at the moment for both these teams, Grant, what would you be saying?
I think, Botany Downs just looking to engage off the back. They've definitely spread the field, which is great on those attacking plays. So they'll be looking just for that. What is the play that they can do off that now that they've stretched that field? They've got space in the field, just looking to capitalise on spreading that space and maybe having just a simple play that they're looking to work from off there. Defensively, I think they've actually held pretty well. They have shored up their defence from the first sort of half of that first half, and have been looking really good from that point of view. I think Taiatea, for me, have been fairly consistent through the field. They've got good yards coming through. They've got good attacking plays. What I think they just need to stick to their same structures. They've changed it and chopped it up a little bit, but looking back to those 33 plays and the quickies from there were really decisive for them at the start. Definitely. So that's where I'd be going back to. One
thing I've also just picked up, before we head into that, let's look at some of today's scores. So 5-7 Western Heights. We had Rotorua Girls go 1 up against Marlborough. Nelson went down against Rosmini 9-4. Then Waimea very strong 12-5. And then we had Westlake Boys over Hastings Boys. But one thing I just picked up during half time when I saw one of those pictures, the coach for this Botany side is Brian Adams. Bit of a legend in the touch world, especially in Auckland. Played a lot for Freezing Hot. So it's good to see that, Botany have strong coaches, because especially in 3-day tournaments like this, I almost find coaching becomes very, very important leading into day 2 and day 3.
Yeah, and it's exactly what you're seeing now. They've had a team talk now, Brian, and I just picked that up probably the same time as you and saw that face flash across the screen. That's going to give them a huge amount of confidence having Brian there, and just giving that advice and experience and just learnings for them as they grow through the tournament. As you said, day 1 is anyone just setting their platforms of where they're at, and they'll just get better and better and better. So, yeah, definitely having someone of Brian's calibre in your box is going to help you no end.
Yeah, definitely. That was a great defensive set put on there by the Botany side. Clearly some talking at halftime has come out on top, but a nice little pass. Beautiful shut there by the Botany winger. Some real good defensive policy showing there. Able to keep Taiatea out. So now they'll be driving the ball out from their 5 metre. Let's see if they can get a good roll on going forward. There we go. That's exactly what they need. Just someone going forward. Try not to keep it too static. They've got some good subbers coming in and around. Nice go forward here. Looking a lot sharper than what they were in the first half, especially in this zone of the field. This is last here. And again, just the pressure put forward by Taiatea is enough just to rattle this Botany side.
Yeah, they'll be really happy with that, getting the turnover from their side of the 10 metre. Gets them over to halfway now. Half the team subbing off now, which will bring fresh legs through, and they've also been able to draw a penalty from the winger, just not getting back on side for that, so gets a whole fresh set in their attacking zone. As we see Meg Rolliston leading the charge right on the 7 metre, looking for check off, drawing those players in. Little quickie in the 3-3.
Great
draws
defense.
Them out. Very good defense there. It's exactly what they would have been talking about at half time, and just shows the girls are really listening to what the coach has been no doubt talking to them about to shore up that defense. As we see, moves out, checks out to the link. They might look at that quickie on the link, see if catch them offside. Nice dive, but great defense. Unfortunately, the rest, some of the other team members weren't moving forward at a constant pace. So a good call by the referee again. Gets another set here. Quickie play again, feeds, looks there, releases to the winger, and ball down. It's a little tough on that side, but good opportunity.
Probably not what you're wanting to do on the first play. That was the first touch. You almost want to run the low risk plays where you don't pass it. I think they just started the ball off the mark there, so they're going to take it back to the mark. Botany have very much tightened up their defensive policies leading into the second half. Obviously a real good halftime talk.
Yeah, great defense by Taiatea there. Just shutting down any yardage play, and now they've caught them on the back foot. Subbers are having to come right back around. They're going to catch them again. Oh, good footwork to get out of jail there.
Yeah, that was needed leading into that.
Got another sniper coming from the far link. Good pressure. 5th and final here. Just going to get on about the halfway unless we see something. No, turnover halfway. Boy, they'll be happy with that one.
Yes, very much so. This orange zone D by Taiatea, I think something they've probably worked on a lot. Because it's not as easy to do what they're doing. You've got to be very fit to be able to fly as much as they've been flying. So it's good to see. Hopefully they can maintain that throughout the rest of the tournament. It'll definitely put them in good stead for the rest of their games. And here they have some more mid play. Looking for the quickie. Ooh. Oh, just too quick off the mark. You're always going to be quicker running forwards than you are when the defender has to run backwards. So great work there by Dylan Pico Phillips.
Yeah, definitely just started to pick up on the back end of that first half, and now we're seeing Pico Phillips and Rolleston, number 7 and 11, just starting to work together in a wee middle pod there. And yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from those two. They're looking like they're going to set the platform for the attack for the Taiatea team.
And here we have Botany now. Again, just attacking those mids. They need to make their way forward. That's 3 touches there. They're still about 10 meters out now. They drop on that link. They got numbers on this left side. No space to work with though. Oh, no touch. The ref asking the players whether they made the touch. They say yes. Taiatea now. Botany, it's looking like this may be their last touch. Again, they're going to attack this left side. And there's their 6th touch. What I like about it though is they stacked it right in this corner. And here, if we watch this replay, this is where she's saying there was no touch. Which I'm inclined to believe there after that one. And saying that could have been a fingertip. Yeah, probably not the best angle to be able to see it from.
As we play on.
Maybe unlucky there, to be honest. The Botany team. Hoya Not will continue. They're lucky enough to get a good ball and good position. They're inside their attacking half. Nice little extra pass there. Just to get them a bit of meters, but just one too many. So Taiatea let off the hook.
Yeah, that was unfortunate there. They looked like they had a really good opportunity to have another good attacking set down on the line. A turnover, and we see that nice, strong driving from Taiatea again. And we've got Pico Phillips on the ball again. Scoops, goes, looks to step back, steps back the other way. Great footwork, and she sneaks through, releases to the winger. And that is an excellently constructed try. Really starting to see Pico Phillips coming to the fore for the Taiatea team.
Yeah, just a bit of individual brilliance here. Manages to catch 2 players out. Little shift back to the left. Was just enough to hold her player up, catch her flat-footed, then able to slip through the gap. Pico Phillips, very, very strong in that mid-position. So Botany now, they'll be wanting to answer back. With the score at 5-1, they're doing some real good setup work, just unable to execute towards the end here. Like they've got ample space on the left.
Yeah, just changed there from the first half. We saw them really trying to stretch out to the links and use that space and go a little bit more lateral. Now they've sort of started to go a little bit more direct, which hasn't quite given them the same effect. But hopefully they'll pick something up here. A little scoop on the short side release. Ooh, good work by the Taiatea winger to take her hand away, because I thought
I thought it was as well. She looked like she was coming in for the intercept.
Good reactions there. As they're looking to release, get the ball to the midfield. 2 pass out, getting over to their sub box. Good platform here, another scoop on the winger. Good identification. The winger made the touch so they can cruise up through there, the yards. Here we go, nice platform here for them to come through the middle. Dump one more. That was
forward a country mile, mate. It was a country mile.
I'm trying to be partial here. The play on is called through, scoop through once again, and Taiatea get to the benefit of that one.
I'm not giving the referees a free pass there. Botany, they got the hard end of the stick on that one. Clear forward pass. The refs didn't pick it up, so Taiatea took advantage of the opportunity, managed to get a score, managed to get a beautifully well executed scoop try there. So Botany will be feeling it after that. Some good little yards here by Botany.
Yeah, once again getting right over now to the link. It's good play, just needs the fluidity off the back end of that. Exactly. Just release again and perhaps get right to the far link. Looking to come back this side in the 3-3 platform. The links are looking nice and wide, calling for it. Just check back inside here, drawing the defensive players up. Looking to run a peel, looking short side, running out of a little bit of room here. Fifth and final, just drop it so that they can reset their defensive line as Taiatea drives straight away, nice and quick. Ball's not on the ground very long, getting good yards up to halfway on 2, coming through as the subbers roll around. 3 in there, just coming over, looking to set up off the back end. Out to the middle play, probably looking for a quick scoop off this one. Is a dump, good platform, picks the short side, plenty of room into that winger again.
Beautiful.
Great dot down.
That was just some really good work off a real good set. They were just going forward constantly. They had Botany on the back foot. And just a nice little scoop here with a perfectly placed pass. Even though it was tipped by the Botany player, it was that good of a pass that it still managed to make it where she wanted it to go. So Taiatea stretched their lead out 7-1. So it's a 6-point advantage going towards Taiatea. Botany with just over 4 minutes to go, they'll need to add a couple more points, especially as we know when it comes to the championship rounds. For and against is a huge difference in this this format of the game. Both teams need to be careful with some of these passes. Looking a bit off flat.
Yeah.
Check out to the link here. I like the movement. I like the strong touch too. Good defense.
Yeah, very good defense on that one. Botany just got maybe lost a little bit trying to call the plays and couldn't quite get it connected. But now we see Taiatea rushing forward in the yards again. They'll be looking for a similar result as before. Nice platform, driving forward here through the middle. Release, drive again. Cuts in the link. Check off, down, and we've got a scoop on the outside. Beating the player in goal, looks to connect back up.
Good touch.
Was
ball down
first. Good defense, stayed really well connected, but just referee said ball was down first. And Taiatea get another one off just a really good platform through the yards.
I think for Botany, it's the number 3, Ria Naidu. I hope that's the proper pronunciation of your name. But very strong today. She's been moving forward constantly, always putting pressure on. Defensively, when they have to mirror, she's stuck at the hip to her player. Maybe try and get her involved a bit more. This number 9 as well for Botany, Letitia Michner. She scored their first try in the first half. She's also been very good with ball in hand. Maybe just trying to set up just a bit too much. They're also quite far out from the try line. You might want to just get a bit closer before you start setting. Yeah. Only because it looks like here they're using up too many of their touches as wasters.
Yeah, they have the right idea. They're trying to stretch and open up, but what they're doing is as they're actually walking back while trying to draw the defense out. And you don't need to do that now because there's already a 7-meter buffer. So just stand there. They will come out to you. They have to. And then you can actually catch them from there. The walking back, they're suddenly getting much further away from their attacking line. So
yeah, and it's making it easier for the defensive line to set as well because they're going backwards. They're not having to go back as far when they do come back after the touch. But that's kudos to Taiatea. They are very much dictating what they want their defensive line to do. Very well coached side, obviously.
Yeah.
And here we have another scoop through the middle. Can she find her gap? Yes, because player is offside. Looking for the open player. They do find it. And that's another dot down for Ngā Taiatea, just stretching out that for and against. Score now 9 points to 1. Ngā Taiatea very strong in the second half. Like we said in the first half, they've just gone back to what they did very well in the first half. Some good drives, and off of that, just some very solid scoops.
Yeah, they're into a nice, probably getting pretty close to what we'd call a state of flow, where they're, every set they're coming down, nice flow into it, nice setup, and managing to scoop off the back end of that every time and executing really, really well. You know, they're getting a high success rate right now.
Yeah, they can be very, very happy with... Ooh, that was a bit of a push.
Yep.
Good call by the ref. Possibly the last set for this Botany side with 30 seconds to go.
Yep. Good rushing defense again by Ngā Taiatea. Botany just looking to stretch out, getting to a peel platform, going the short side, comes back open. Can't quite connect with their player, but look, starting to see some more adventurous attack from Botany, which is great. They'll only get better and better from this throughout the next couple of days.
And there we have our final match of the day. Ngā Taiatea getting up over Botany Downs 9 points to 1. They'll be very happy with the performance that they put in, especially in their orange zone defence. They almost suffocated this Botany side, not letting them have many opportunities attacking the 5.
Yeah, one of probably the standout parts of what we saw, which allowed them to get in the back end to roll through into a nice flow to get those tries at the back end, but it was down to that defence through the orange zone, really suffocated the Botany Downs team.
Yeah, and here are our games of the day. We had Central Southland go down against Western Heights. Rotorua girls put one up over the Marlborough girls. Nelson College went down to Rosemary. Waimea dominated St. Kev's at 12-5. Westlake boys got over Hastings, and today Ngā Taiatea got over this Botany side. So a great day of touch. That is us from here in Rotorua for today. We will be coming back to you tomorrow from 8:45 a.m. And our first game will be showing at 8:50, and that'll be in the mixed grade, so keep it locked. Tomorrow at the 2020 Bunnings New Zealand Secondary Schools Touch Championships in Nohora.